Shawn Gordon here at Bass Mafia Tackle. We're just going to talk a little bit about summertime ledge fishing. Just show you a few of the tricks that I use, or a few of the tools that I use. We're going to go right here into the Bass Mafia bait coffin. My favorite thing to do is in the summertime is to get out on the creek channel ledges. A lot of them have stumps. If you'll look hard enough, you can find stumps. There's a lot of brush piles out there, and it depends on how much brush is out there as to what I use or throw in that particular situation. I really like to crank. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I throw a lot of fat-free shads and number 7s, number 6s, and a DD14 is one of my other favorite baits. There's a DD14, there's a number 7 fat-free shad. That's probably my all-time favorite. Probably the biggest thing I look for if you're looking at creek channel ledges is a lot of times you'll find out that the fish will be positioned on a turn, whether it's an outside bend, inside bend, or where a little ditch or intersection of another creek comes in. And as far as what I like to do, I like to throw, like I said, a fat-free shad. And I probably fish mine a little faster than most. I fish mine on a 705 Dobbins CBMF glass rod. Last 2 years I've been throwing this rod and I really like it. I also like the 7.6 rods, and I got an 8-footer coming in a graphite to try out and see how I like it. But I actually burn my crankbait as fast as I can reel it on a 6.4 to 1 reel. I throw a 12-pound test, unless the ledge is a little bit deeper, and then I'll go to a 10-pound test, and I usually end up throwing Maxima in a mono line, just because that's what I have confidence in. That's what I like, and it's pretty tough. If I can't catch them cranking, I will throw I like a jewel football jig and a 5/8. They're heavy cover, and most of the time, the reason I like that is because it comes to the brush better than some of the other 3/4 ounce football jigs I've thrown, where I throw a 10-inch worm on a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce weight. Another good technique to throw, and it may not even be a creek channel ledge, maybe a sandbar, maybe a road bed, is Carolina rig or the old ball and chain. A baby brush hog's hard to go wrong with that. But as far as what I look for, I usually, I spend a lot of time idling. You look at the hours on my motor and see that I've spent a lot of time looking at that HDS and that side scan view, just looking for isolated stumps on a creek channel ledge. I'm not good enough with the electronics to see the fish or know exactly what I'm looking for. I have done it a couple times, but I can't tell you I'm fixing to pull up and catch them. Not here on Lake Dardanelle anyways. But like I said, my favorite thing to do is to get out. You're sitting in the creek channel, throwing it up on the flat, and burn a crankbait across, hopefully a stump. Because if I can get my crankbait to bounce off that stump, most of the time, if there's a fish there, he's going to smoke it. Here's another new one out that I've been playing with a little bit. It's the Spro Fat Papa. It's a really good running crankbait. It has no rattles. Caught a few fish on it. I've got some buddies that have won a couple tournaments throwing that particular crankbait. It pulls really nice compared to some of the other brands of crankbaits out there. This is all available at Bass Mafia Tackle. Jewel football jigs, Spro Fat Papas, BD6 and BD7 fat-free shads. One other thing we didn't talk about was a spoon. I know it's big on Kentucky Lake, but it will work here too, and it will surprise the heck out of you when they won't eat anything else. It's got to be fairly slick up on top, or else you will hang it up every cast. But it's something about that spoon just falling real slow that they absolutely love. The other thing on these ledges this time of year, I always have a topwater tied on. Why is that? Because you got to look for the dolphins. If you see a dolphin, or what looks like a miniature dolphin, he's going to be about a 6 or 7 inch shad just porpoising out of the water. You better throw right on top of it, because there's usually a 4 or 5 pounder right on his tail. And if you can land right on him, you're liable to catch him. This is a head and super spook one knocker that I like to throw, and then this is just an old spook that I've had for forever that I've got a lot of confidence in. Other than that, come see us at Bass Mafia Tackle or bassmafiatackle.com.